It's National Recovery Month. And so today we're talking about our drug and alcohol program at the Grayson County Sheriff's Office. Welcome back to the Behind the Badge podcast. I'm Lieutenant Jeremy Cox of the Grayson County Sheriff's Office, and today we're talking about the drug and alcohol program we have here at the Grayson County Sheriff's Office Jail. And so we've brought in Corporal Robbins to talk about this program with us today. Thank you for being here.
Of course, love being here.
So, you are over the program? You administer the program?
A little bit of both. Myself as well as the compliance officer, we kind of make the roster every week and make sure that we have new people coming in, and we go over the roster and make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to in the jail, not getting in trouble, and following along with the program.
So individuals who are incarcerated at the jail, they can just be a part of the program, or how does this work?
Yeah, if they come in and they show interest in it, and a lot of them, they talk to the other inmates and they actually get interested that way, and that's how they find out about the program. And they just send a form to myself or Officer White, and yeah, we look at their history, see what they're here for, if they've been involved in anything, and we'll usually get them in the class, usually within a month and a half.
Okay, all right. And so what does the class entail? What are the parameters of that?
So the program is called The Solutions, and it's actually taught and created by Scott Weisenbaker. And so he has pre-recorded 12 weeks of videos for them to watch. So they spend 2 hours a day in our old library room, and they watch the video for the first half, and they get to go back, take a break, and they come back, and then they get to actually speak to Scott the second half. And so they kind of get to tell Scott what they've been through and what their charges are, and just figuring out their addictions. And he also shares his experiences with them, and they're able to connect with him on that kind of a level.
Oh, that's cool. So they're watching pre-recorded videos, but as a lesson, I guess you will, and then they actually interact with the guy who wrote the program.
Yep, and it's a 12-week long program. So they go every day, Monday through Friday, for 12 weeks.
Okay. And then when they get to the end of that, they graduate.
Yes. So we have like a graduation, and they get a certificate that they can keep, send to their family. Some of them take it to court to show that they've been putting in the work. And then a lot of them actually put in to go back into the course. That way they can stay in it, keep working it, and keep trying to better themselves.
Because speaking about addiction, it's not just a one and done.
Yeah.
Right? Like you're not going to go through the 12-week program and then, oh, look, I'm cured.
Yeah.
Right? It's an everyday choice, an everyday decision, and in some cases, an everyday struggle.
Absolutely.
And so, that getting back into the program and just working it again, that's dedication.
Yeah.
So how long have you been involved with this program?
So I've been involved with it for about a year whenever I went into the inmate services position.
Okay. And you are in charge of making sure that everything, we've covered that, that you basically make sure everybody's either doing what they're supposed to do or that they're in the program if they want to be in there. Have you sat in the classes and listened to some of these things that they talk about in there?
Yes, I've sat in on a handful of the classes, yep.
Okay. Is there anything about the sitting in the class or watching the participants go through it that has had an effect on your mindset about, either the class or addiction or both?
I think probably about the class. Seeing how the inmates interact with Scott is really something incredible, and how they can react or interact with each other on that level, having the same background, same experiences. And I think that they really get something extra out of this class, seeing how successful he's been able to become and how he turned his own life around. And I can see the changes in the inmates from when they've started to when they graduate.
And I think that's an important point that you've identified there, right? Like they can see, like, not only has this individual potentially walked some of the similar streets, if you will, that they've walked, uh, but come out the other side for the better,
Hmm.
and almost like having, I don't want to call it a role model, but lack of better terms, a role model,
Hmm.
right? Uh, a point to look to and say, I could do that.
Hmm.
And that can be a driving force sometimes, because going back to talking about addiction, right? Everybody has their own demons, if you will.
Yep.
And you work through those, and some people unfortunately choose substance abuse to kind of counteract those things.
Hmm.
Um, and a lot of times the family and the friends and the life and the job, uh, those things aren't necessarily, I guess, enough sometimes, and you just have to want it.
Yeah.
And then having a goal to something that you can see, something that's real.
Yeah.
Not something necessarily that's just in a book.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Um, so the program seems to be successful here, right? So this program, is there any cost that's incurred by the inmates for being a part of it?
No, it's actually fully funded and paid for by the Grayson County Sheriff's Office.
Okay. And so, uh, you know, I've heard the sheriff talk about this, and basically it's an investment in not having people come back.
Yes.
Um, the goal is that they go through the class, um, they do the work,
Hmm.
uh, and then uh, stick with it when they leave here. Uh, Especially not just if they're going to another facility, but if they're leaving here and going back out into the world, that they stick with the points that they've learned,
Hmm.
and then they remain successful, and they don't come back.
Yes, and they can continue to share what they've learned here with other people who haven't been through the program, didn't have an opportunity to sit through. So they're still learning themselves, but also teaching others.
Yeah. So paying it forward.
Yes.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much, Corporal
Of
Robbins, for
course.
coming and talking with us about this program here at the Sheriff's Office. And thank you, Grayson County, for tuning in again and watching us. We always enjoy when you do. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. Share with your friends. But know that you can always find us here on Thursdays at 9 a.m. Most importantly, Grayson County, stay safe.